Welcome back to another onlinedrummer.com drum lesson. I'm Nate Brown, and this is a part of a series of drum lessons I'm doing every Monday. If you haven't entered our contest yet, we're giving away a Pearl Rhythm Traveler, tablet PC, some other cool stuff, and we're only accepting 500 entries. That way it gives you guys a better shot. For this lesson, you'll need the sheet music titled Snarin, the Boom, Shalock, Luck, Boom. In this lesson, I'm going to focus on a technique of instead of hitting the 8th note hi-hat pattern, we're going to use a 16th note on snare. So let me play the foundational groove on this page. And now follow the arrow on the sheet music. Now we're going to play that same groove, but we're going to use the 16th on snare technique. Now you can see how much it changes the feel of the rhythm. It's a pretty cool technique. But there's a lot more that can be done. There's a lot of strokes there when you're hitting 16th notes. So what I did in 1 through 5 below here is I added accents, and I made it a 2-measure repeating pattern. A 1 measure repeating over and over can be repetitive, and just by changing it up a little in the second measure makes it a 2-measure repeating pattern. I'm going to play number 1. Now that's cool, but when I was writing this, I'm thinking, man, there's a lot more opportunity to put in accents. So I want more accents. Number 2 has more accents. Number 3 keeps all of those previous accents and adds some more on. And number 4, the only difference between number 3 and number 4 is more accents. And number 5 adds in even some more accents. Page 2, it's titled Getting Crazy with Hand Patterns. I thought, okay, we're playing 16ths with the hands and we're throwing in all these accents. Eventually, if you add too many accents, they're all accented. So I started playing around with the pattern. Instead of just being on the snare, moved it over to the low tom. So letter A has the low tom on all the ands when they end up. So you've got to get used to your stick going back and forth like this. But you got to keep the accents as well. Now, for letter B, because the right stick's moving back and forth, the left stick should be doing something as well. So I thought, well, let's just throw the left stick on the hi-hat unless there's an accent. All the accents with the left stick will be on the snare. If it's not accented, it'll be on the hi-hat. Now the left stick, the right foot are all doing something, and the left foot is just sitting there. So I thought, just play 8th notes. And what that's going to do is automatically create some open and closed hi-hat sounds with the left stick. As you can see, it's a lot of fun building a pattern like this. You know, you start small and you progressively add a little more until you get something you like. Yeah, you've got to stop somewhere because once you add too much in, it's just too much. This technique obviously isn't just for this foundational boom, shalock, lock, boom pattern. That's just what I decided to use. You can apply it to any beat that you're playing. Just switch over to 16ths on the snare. it. That's another onlinedrummer.com drum lesson. Later this week, I'm going to have another lesson up on drummusic.tv that expands on this and includes some rolls and a lot of different grooves. It's a lot of fun, so check that out. Again, I'm Nate Brown. Check out the contest on onlinedrummer.com and keep drumming.